MJD Beats.
Live on the National Sports Studios from Spreaker.com, you are listening to In the Paint with Jordan Hunter and your host, Cameron Sadeghi.
Hello and welcome to In the Paint. We have a really great show for you today. From the Kevin Love trade to Team USA cuts, FIBA World Championship predictions, and a lot more, including Kevin Durant. Maybe he will go to Under Armour. Jordan, let's start out with the Kevin Love trade. Minnesota's going to get Thaddeus Young, Anthony Bennett, and Andrew Wiggins, while Cleveland, of course, gets Kevin Love, and then Philly gets a Luka Mute, Alexei Shved, and a 2015 first-round pick from Miami and then through Cleveland. So, does Cleveland win this trade, or who is the second winner in this trade?
Well, yeah, I think now Cleveland wins the trade because, Love's still young. He put up 26 and 12 last season. But I really liked what Minnesota got back. It was said that maybe Bennett might go to Philadelphia, but they were able to hold on to him and get Thad Young and Wiggins, who's a great prospect. I'm not with all the Wiggins hype just yet, but I think they're gonna have they'll have a good team, not playoff team yet, but it's a competitive. It was a team that can run up and down the floor every night. We know they kept Kevin Martin. He wasn't dealt anywhere. Corey Brewer's coming back. Ricky Rubio. They're going to have a big production out of Nikola Pekovic, especially if he wants to stay in the starting lineup, because there are reports that maybe Gorgui Dieng can outwork him and maybe get inserted to the starting lineup if he plays hard at training camp.
Yeah, I think, Cleveland, you're right. I mean, they won this one. I mean, Kevin Love, you're going to have him for a long time, and I think he's a great young talent, a great player. But you look at Minnesota, getting a guy like Thaddeus Young in this one is huge. Plus you got Bennett and Wiggins. They're two wild cards, but they could turn out to be legendary. You never know. I mean, they could turn out to be good all-stars, maybe. But you look at Thaddeus Young, he's proven. And he's come out and he's shown everyone how much he can contribute. And then you look at Philadelphia. Luka Mute, I like him. I think he's a good player, and you get Alexei Shved, but the main thing is the first-round pick, really. I think the first-round pick solidifies this trade for Philadelphia for being in this, and I think Philly needs that extra first-round pick because we all know they're in a developmental stage. They're not anywhere near the playoffs at this moment.
Yeah, they're still developing. They have young guys, MCW, Nerlens Noel, Joel Embiid when he comes back. But when you were mentioning Cleveland, how they're going to have Love for a long time, to me, I think Love, if he can stay healthy, he can be a guy like Tim Duncan. I think he could be producing in his high 30s. I think at 10 years from now, at 36, I still see him being able to grab double-doubles, not maybe at the higher rate, but still, like we see Tim Duncan coming in with 12 and 10 almost every night, maybe sometimes maybe more scoring. I think Love can be doing that when he's in his higher 30s, maybe but he's more versatile than Tim Duncan, so he can score in different ways. But I think, Love, when LeBron is retired, Love's going to be probably, say LeBron has maybe, let's go 8 years left. Love will still be producing. Kyrie Irving will still be producing. So great move by Cleveland. Dan Gilbert willing to get out his pocketbook, pay for Love. We know Love's going to want a contract extension next summer. Max deal, definitely. But yeah, Cleveland, big winner. They're going to be a scary three-headed monster. That team is going to be so fun to watch.
Yeah, I think Cleveland's kind of like Miami in a way. When Miami had the big three, when everybody starts sacrificing and believing in what David Blatt has to say, everything will run smoothly. Like, when Miami started to get on a roll, when they started winning after their first championship, they were like they were rock stars on the court. That was a rock. I mean, that you were going to a rock concert every single time you went to a Heat game, because the way how unselfish they were unstoppable, and I think Cleveland could turn into that.
Yeah, I don't know if Cleveland has that same rock star mentality, or even because Kyrie Irving and Love, they don't have as much appeal as maybe Bosh and Wade. But just the city of Cleveland, man, they got Money Manziel down there.
Yep.
Holding the clipboard in Cleveland, and yeah, it's just a big move for the city of Cleveland, maybe to bring a championship to that city in a year or two.
Yeah, I think Cleveland, and I think people don't recognize how great David Blatt is. I know he hasn't coached a game in the NBA, but he's going to silence all the critics. I think their offense is going to be just as good, or maybe even a little below San Antonio. Just ball movement-wise. Maybe not pace-wise, but they're going to be willing to sacrifice and move the ball well, because David Blatt preaches that in every single play that every single place he's been, he preaches that. And I think they'll have a lot of success in Cleveland finally, and maybe even a championship.
Yeah. The pick and pop is going to be huge
for
them. If it's Kyrie with the ball, or even LeBron, or maybe even Dion Waiters. I know you're a Waiters fan, and how he could get to the basket and fill it up too. But any one of those three guys, LeBron, Waiters, or Irving, with the pick and pop with Love, you have to make a decision. Do you commit to Kyrie Irving getting in the basket and leaving Love, who's a deadly three-point shooter, out there alone, or if you commit to Love and try to lock him up? Irving's so good at finishing at the rim. So a lot of these defenses are going to be huge. How are these coaches going to decide to play this Cavalier team? LeBron can do. He's a jack of all trades. He can do anything. Love can do anything too. Irving. These guys are just so good, and I don't know how coaches, like Vogel, who's going to see him 4 times. A lot of these other Dwayne Casey. When they meet up, Randy Whitman, how are these guys going to play Cleveland Cavalier team?
I just think Chicago's the only team that can really hang with them. Because, for a series, I think on any given night, any team can be beat in the regular season, but I'm talking about the playoffs, and I can't see, even with the great ball movement that Cleveland's going to have, Chicago does a great job keeping the ball out of the middle of the floor, and it's going to be tough for Cleveland to score against a Chicago-type team who's just as talented. So,
yeah, but say they do meet in the Eastern Conference Finals, Chicago and Cleveland, and they would have already played 4 times during the regular season. If you're Tibbs, would you think of inserting Taj Gibson to the starting lineup to go against Kevin Love?
No, I think you'd want to have Gasol, because the one thing is you'll be really big when you have Gasol on the floor, and offensively they'll be able to score enough points. I think Taj Gibson is not as polished offensively as Gasol.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And even with Gasol offensively, I still think Cleveland's still a better team offensively. Joakim Noah, Gasol, Rose, it's a big 3 right there, but Joakim's not a volume scorer, not a great scorer like Rose or Gasol is, and Jimmy Butler isn't as developed a scorer as say LeBron or Irving. So offensively, I think Cleveland has the advantage, but defensively, Thibodeau, he expects 100% from everyone. Everyone has heart defensively. Joakim Noah's a defensive anchor. Rose is active. Gasol maybe a little flat-footed, but I think he could still play defense. He's not a non-factor like, say, James Harden or David Lee.
Yeah.
But he's flat-footed, but he can still play a little D, as we saw in LA. And then Jimmy Butler, one of the few guys who are claimed to be LeBron stoppers, along with my boy Kawhi Leonard, maybe Paul George, LeBron stoppers.
Yeah, you mentioned Kawhi. I think he's going to take a big step. I really do. I think the thing with Kawhi, he doesn't boast, okay? He's not a good promoter. So I don't think the average fan really believes he's going to do well. But I think in San Antonio's offense and like scheme and everything, I think he fits perfectly just because of how versatile he is. He can play multiple positions, and I think with a guy like Kawhi, I think he'd be a great defensive stopper. You mentioned it there, and Paul George, unfortunately, with the injury. You want to move to Team USA?
Yes.
Yeah, so Team USA, the cuts for Team USA, the 12-man roster. So basically, who got cut? Gordon Hayward got cut. Kyle Korver cut. Damian Lillard cut. And then finally, Chandler Parsons cut for Team USA. So, I gotta ask you this. Did Team USA do a good job with their cuts?
A couple of them, I think they did. They went bigger than I thought. I didn't think they'd keep Plumlee, Drummond, and Cousins. We kind of already knew Davis was a lock. Fareed was kind of a lock by virtue of starting, but I didn't think they'd keep all three. Even the broadcasters from last night's game were saying, yeah, we thought maybe one of the three would stay, and then they'd be able to keep maybe Chandler Parsons and play him as a stretch four as they did Rudy Gay. Lillard, he was the odd man out. You know, Curry, Rose, Irving, those three guys. I just don't think they've seen enough of Lillard. It's his first time in the U.S. circuit. I don't know if Cameron, do you know if he played last year?
No, I don't believe.
Or
Yeah.
2 years ago.
No, I don't think so.
So it's his first time with the U.S. circuit, and he was going against guys who had been in before in Curry, Rose, and Irving, and he was just the odd man out. But he didn't have any hard feelings towards Team USA. Your guy, Cameron, DeMar DeRozan, after not playing in the first game, he didn't play that much throughout the first 3 games, but he still made it by. Are you happy for your boy DeMar?
So happy. I feel really proud of him. I thought Coach K was going to cut him easily. I think they made the right decision, and I really think DeRozan can have an impact in the upcoming games. I don't know if he's going to get enough playing time to have a superstar type impact, but I think he could have nevertheless a big impact. But you look at Lillard, and I think right now he's better than Kyrie Irving.
Whoa.
No, for international play.
Oh, okay.
For defense, all around, I feel bad for Lillard. I would have maybe even cut.
But he's young. He has so many. And Irving played great defense. I was watching him. He was playing.
That's true.
You know they play that AAU style defense. Full court, 94 feet, slam on the hardwood, play D. They play that hard-nosed defense. And I was impressed with Irving.
Yeah, I actually, you know what, I was. But, again, because I know how competitive Lillard is, and, I mean, every guy here is pretty competitive, but Lillard's just on a different level, and to see him cut is really unfortunate. Like, I don't feel as bad for Chandler Parsons, I really don't feel bad for him, because I thought... I mean, come on, really? Like, I don't understand how any announcer could have said that Chandler Parsons was more qualified than a guy like Damian Lillard. Or even, like, some people were saying, well, you should cut DeMar DeRozan and put Chandler Parsons. I'm like, are you kidding me? You think Chandler Parsons is better than any of those guys? No way. And then you look at Korver, so unfortunate. I just think he didn't produce enough defensively for Team USA. And then Gordon Hayward, I don't know. That one was kind of fishy, but I understand why he got cut.
Yeah, a little later in the show, we'll hear your rant about ESPN's top 10 shooting guards in the
Oh my
list.
God.
So, Plumlee, Drummond, Cousins, Anthony Davis, and Kenneth Faried, 5 power forward / centers who made the team. We know world basketball, they like to carry bigs. Spain with three-headed monster Ibaka and the Gasol brothers. Lithuania with Jonas Valanciunas. We know these teams like to carry bigs. Serbia too. Do you think that keeping all 3 of those guys, Plumlee, Cousins, and Drummond, was in direct opposition to go against a team like Spain?
Yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. I think it was really necessary to have those 5 big men inside, because you look at all those guys, great rebounders, great defenders, and they're going to eat the glass. Anytime a shot goes up, they're going to put it back, and U.S. is going to even score more because of how great they run in transition. It's great for Team USA to have all these 5 big men. Congratulations for Team USA locking up all these big men, and now they're going to have a lot of success against a team like Spain or even Lithuania.
It's, and the wing play is good. We talk about the guard play. The wing play is exceptional, too, with Klay Thompson, Rudy Gay, and DeMar DeRozan, and we'll see James Harden play some small forward. 2016. If Colangelo said this since 2005, this was the hardest cut they've ever had to make. 2016 is going to be even tougher, Cameron, with the big boys coming. LeBron, Chris Paul's probably still going to play. Melo, that's going to be a tough cut.
If I'm LeBron, I wouldn't play for 2016. Well, maybe actually I would. Last time.
That'd be his last go around.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Paul probably. We forgot about bigs. Blake Griffin would probably come out to play.
Dwight Howard.
LaMarcus Dwight. Yeah, that 2016 is going to be a very tough cut. We'll stay with Team USA. They played Puerto Rico last night at Madison Square Garden. They handled them pretty well, Cameron. It was a good showing against a Puerto Rican team that wouldn't go away. They really wouldn't with J.J. Barea, Ronaldo Balkman. They had and Carlos Arroyo. What was your initial reaction after the game?
I was indifferent. I mean, I knew they were gonna win, and Puerto Rico's kind of tough, but no, I was impressed. I mean, everybody played well. I wish the 4 guys would have played. That was kind of weird to me, but no, I knew they were gonna win at the Garden.
Yeah, they handled them 112-86. Are you a little worried that they're not getting off to as fast as a start as, say, the 2012 team did?
Yeah, that was the one concern I had. One concern, because I don't know if against Spain you can do that. I don't think you can play carelessly for the first few minutes against a team like Spain, or even a France or a Lithuania or a Brazil. I don't know if you can do that all the time, and they better look out for that, and they can recover very quickly, but it's still a major concern.
Yeah, they need to get off to faster starts, because a team like Spain, they're going to stay with them the whole game. Rudy Fernandez, and I mentioned their 3 bigs. Their next game is against Slovenia, which is their final game before their August 30 opener against Finland. Slovenia, headlined by the Dragon, Goran Dragic, and his brother, Zoran Dragic. That should be another easy one for Team USA. The first game where Coach K is going to have all 12 of his guys. Do you want to talk about ESPN's top 10 shooting guards?
Yeah, I got the list right here on my phone. So basically, number 1, James Harden. And by the way, this is for the 2014, this upcoming season, 2014-2015, by ESPN. Number 1, James Harden. Number 2, Dwayne Wade.
Oh.
Number 3, Monte Ellis. Okay, that's good. Number 4, Jimmy Butler.
That's BS. That's BS.
Number 5, Dion Waiters. Okay. Number 6, Tyreek Evans. Number 7, Victor Oladipo. And then 8, 9, and 10, Klay Thompson, okay, Manu Ginobili, and Lance Stevenson.
This breaks my heart.
It really does too. So
Yes,
you have no Bradley Beal and no DeMar DeRozan. That's just that's just laughable in my opinion.
It's ESPN, the worldwide leaders of sports, and you print out this type of crap.
Okay, I like Tyreek a lot. He has the talent to be in the top 10, but he hasn't proven it, really, right now. Oladipo, it's going to take some time to be in the top 10 for him.
It was 1 year. He just finished his rookie season.
Yeah.
He didn't even win Rookie of the Year.
Exactly. I don't think Jimmy Butler right now is better than Lance Stevenson.
No, Lance should be higher. I understand why they put Wade. Harden, I guess for them, Harden's one of the poster children for NBA these days on all those Foot Locker commercials. Monte Ellis is really. Oh, was this in numerical order? Was this in no particular order or?
No, numerical.
So yeah, I would have thrown DeRozan in there probably. He would have been in the top 4. And Beal.
He's in the top 2 in my opinion. And I have Beal as 3rd and 4th Monte Ellis.
You wouldn't put a guy like Bradley Beal over Monte. Oh, you said Beal. Okay, what about a guy like Klay Thompson? You wouldn't put him ahead of Monte.
No. No, Monte is more complete. Oh no. Oh, that's tough. I would give a tie.
Clay's a better overall player.
Yeah.
Scoring wise, you gotta go Monte. He could fill it up.
I would say a tie.
The person who, you tagged me in this said no Kobe. Would you have included Kobe in the top 10?
No.
No?
Well,
Oh.
well, actually, I don't know. Yes, I would. I would put him at number 10, right behind Manu.
So, who would you completely omit from that list?
You know what? I would omit Tyreek Evans. He needs to prove a little bit more to be in the top 10.
Yeah, I'd omit Tyreek and probably Jimmy Butler.
Really? I like Jimmy Butler a lot. I really do.
I'd replace him with Kevin Martin.
Oh, that's good. That's great. Yeah, I would omit Dwayne Wade.
You don't think Dwayne Wade's a top 10?
For this upcoming year. Last year he was. This upcoming year, no, he won't be. He won't be because this is a brand new team, and you're telling everybody on the Heat, you're telling the world, the main guy on this team is Dwayne Wade. You think he can pull it through for 82 games and maybe the playoffs? No. He can't do a top 10 he can't have a top 10 season with the injuries he's had so far. No way. No way.
Yeah, his numbers are going to be a little down. Nick Young, not in that. Counting Nick Young as a shooting guard.
Well, I mean, you think Nick Young is better than those players?
Maybe not. Maybe I might put him ahead of Manu.
You think Swaggy P's better than Manu Ginobili?
At this point in their careers, coming up this season. Not their whole body of work throughout their careers. No.
Okay.
But this season, well, Nick Young's going to have his number. He's not going to get as many shots up. I'm looking at all the teams right now, trying to think of one. No J.R. Smith, no Joe Johnson.
Oh, Joe Johnson, yeah, I probably would have put him in the list.
No ISO Are they counting Paul George as a shooting guard or
No, they don't count. I think they count Paul George as small forward.
okay? Because I would have definitely put him. I'm still, I guess. Wes Johnson, no, I guess. Well, Wes Johnson, I would have put him ahead of Tyreek because he had a really good year. His numbers were almost identical to Klay Thompson's, and he's.
But he played for not a good team.
Who?
Were the Lakers good last year?
Oh, sorry. Why did I say Wes Johnson? I meant Wes Matthews.
Oh, okay. I was gonna. Oh my god. Oh, okay.
I meant Wes Matthews. I would have put him in there. Let's see.
Wes Matthews is the James Harden stopper. He really is.
I really don't think it's that hard to stop James Harden.
Then why is he the best shooting guard?
Because his fast breaks, honestly, he gets all of his points off transition. And in half court, if you just can stay in front of him, he's gonna try to get the foul. You know, he does that little thing where he puts the ball in front of you, and you hit his arm, and they call it a foul every time.
But then I don't understand if he's just. I thought championship guards do the best in the half court. So if he's not a championship type guard in the half court, then why is he number one? Shouldn't it be Bradley Beal or DeMar DeRozan? That's just me.
Because Harden gets all of his points. They said he was a leader in fast break points, and he went to the free throw line, so that was a lot of his points. And wide open transition threes were a lot of his points, which doesn't count as half court offense. So
we should take fast break points out of the game and then see what James Harden's average would be.
Yeah, probably, because he's always, it wouldn't be very, very high. That's an interesting list from the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. Wow.
You mean the worldwide leader in self-promotion, meaning whoever self-promotes themselves the best is going to be on the list. So, Bradley Beal has no shot of making the list, guys. Sorry.
Oh gosh, that's puzzling. That's very puzzling.
You want to talk about a guy that the worldwide leader talks about a lot? Kevin Durant. He may be going to Under Armour. A 10-year deal between $265 to $285 million. Should he take the deal?
It's all about what is he. If he wants a deal for money, then no. It's Nike is the shoe brand. Adidas may try to think they're of it. It's Nike. Jordan may try to Jordans might try to say, people are wearing Jordans more for walking around. I don't think Nike really needs to try to one up Under Armour. They have more appeal than Under Armour. At the end of the day, I think he stays with Nike. He should stay with Nike. I see where Kevin Durant's coming from, though.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be the main guy at Under Armour. In Nike, he has to contest with shoe sales with LeBron and Kobe. But yeah,
I've got a more interesting idea for Kevin Durant. I just thought of this right now.
What?
Be like Jordan. Make your own brand. Separate from everybody else. And say, I'm going to go right at you, Nike. I'm going to go right at you, Adidas. And I'm going to go right at you, Jordan. And I can sell more right now than you guys. Why not?
Because I don't think if he went off by himself he would get. I don't think he would get a lot of sales. Not as much as he'd get at Nike or even Under Armour. It depends on how loyal people are.
They are loyal to Kevin Durant. It's starting to become like fanboy level right now. I mean, it really is. Everywhere I go, I see someone with Kevin Durant stuff. Everywhere.
Yeah, I see people walking around with KD shoes, KD socks, and apparently, according to ESPN's Darren Rovell, he's Durant's camp informed Nike that he's already signed the $265 million deal, but
Oh my God.
Nike has the opportunity to match the figure and keep Durant, so they have to match it. And do you think Nike's willing to shell out that kind of money for the MVP?
No, because their brand will still survive even if Kevin Durant leaves.
Yeah, they might just sign the next big star.
Yeah, maybe a guy like Wiggins or Jabari Parker.
I think Wiggins got signed by Adidas.
Oh, he did? My bad.
Or I think maybe a guy like, maybe they try to go for a guy like Wiggins got signed by Adidas. Maybe they'll try to go for a guy like Kevin Love, LeBron's teammate.
Maybe.
Kyrie Irving even.
Yeah, Kyrie would be really good.
But you have to have some sort of, for Nike it has to be something about you. It can't just be some random superstar. It has to be, whether it's your story or what you've done off the court or on the court, or if you're a controversial player like Kobe or LeBron.
I would buy Lance Stevenson's gear.
Oh, his gear would be so flashy. It'd be like him dancing.
I want a Lance dance shirt.
Lance dance.
Imagine you know how they are the Charlotte Hornets now, and they have that nice, I love their logo and their color, right?
Mm-hmm.
So nice. I would love to just wear Charlotte Hornet gear, have Lance dance shirt, Lance socks, Lance shoes. It would be incredible to have that. But I agree with you. You need to have a story to be with Nike or Adidas.
Yeah. So the question is, will Nike shell out the money?
They won't.
Yeah, I don't think they will. And let's go back to Lance real quick. His owner is Michael Jordan, and maybe Michael signs him to a Jordan deal.
Yes.
They got Melo and Wade. Wade was? I don't know about Chris Paul. They have Melo and Chris Paul. Maybe Lance is the next guy. Maybe Lance has a big year and gets his own shoe deal with Jordan.
He deserves it, in my opinion.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Why not? Okay, because he's gonna generate sales. Lance, I think he has that. His smile, his appearance, his flamboyant personality fits for the market, and I think if I'm Jordan, I really go for Lance. He's gonna make me money. He's really gonna make me money, and I would go for Lance Stevenson.
Probably the most marketable player. Well, one of the most marketable players in NBA, Blake Griffin. I was looking to see if he was signed by anyone, and apparently he's with Jordan right now.
Yeah, I actually have his shoes. I'm not kidding. I have the Superfly Jordan shoes. No, I really do. I'm not lying to anybody. It's the Blake Griffin Superflies. Has that really nice ankle support, so I have those shoes. They're actually really good, so.
Yeah, it's about ankle support, something KD's most recent shoes didn't have because they were low tops. But, yeah, hopefully, KD, if you want to start something new, go to Under Armour. I don't know how nice the shoes might be. I've seen some Under Armour shoes. I didn't really like the look of them, but it's something different,
Or
Everyone
maybe
has Adidas and Nike, but if KD goes to Under Armour, it would be revolutionary. If I was him, I'd go to Under Armour. If it's about the money for him.
Yeah, I make more money, and that's. Let's be honest though. NBA players only have realistically. For a guy like Durant, a 12 to 15 year window of making money.
Mm-hmm.
So why not take advantage and then you retire early and spend time with your family? So.
But Durant, You don't think he'd be one of those guys who'd want to play until he's pretty old, or you think he's one of those guys who knows when to hang it up?
He's going to risk it all. I think he'll try to do like what Kobe has done. He's going to put it all on the line. I agree with you.
I don't think that's bad, though, because he's not like Wade, who has... Well, Durant, we know, has a lot of miles on him.
Oh, my God.
At such a young age, he's a lot of miles. But he hasn't had a significant injury, which is good, and I hope he doesn't, knock on wood. But, yeah, he may play till he's like 36, but I think he's a guy who knows when to hang it up. He knows when, if he starts getting injured more frequently, he knows that he should probably stop playing. But back to Nike. Nike, trust me, whoever has, whether it's a breakout season or even a breakout playoff performance, Nike's going to jump on it next at the end of next season. Whoever's the next big thing, whether it's Chandler Parsons,
Nah.
if it's whoever it is, if it's Love, was a huge year, LaMarcus Aldridge, but it's about marketability. Maybe those guys don't have it, but trust me, Nike knows what they're doing. Maybe it's Nick Young. Maybe it's Swaggy.
No, please, no. Please. Unless if he gets better all around as a player. No way. Please, no.
He has that flair that,
But his play doesn't back it up. At least Lance Stevenson's play backs it up.
Oh, wait, come on. Lance...
You don't think so? I think Lance is a difference maker in this league.
They both could score. Nick Young is probably a little more volume scorer. They both have that appeal. They're both pretty silly guys. Hey, we never know. It's NBA is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
People go crazy over shoes. Yeah, so Durant, do what's best for you. I'm looking at my Durant picture frame right now. Just do what's best for you, Durant. If that's going to Under Armour and probably taking more money,
yeah,
then do that. If it's staying, because if it's staying with the biggest brand, it's Nike. But you'll still have other shoes like the Kobe's and the LeBrons that you'll be going against. So
yeah, that's the thing. You're just one of the guys if you're at Nike.
Mhm.
And I think Durant wants to prove to everybody that he is the guy. So, we'll see. Do we have anything else you want to talk about before we head on out?
We have the Suns.
Oh, yes.
A last pitch effort to get Love and give up a package including Bledsoe. I'm told the talks with Bledsoe and the Suns are not going well at all. He's probably one of two very, essential pieces to the teams, along with Greg Monroe, who's said to be signing the $5.5 million qualifying offer. Yeah, Bledsoe, it's been a rocky summer for him in Phoenix. And they tried to trade him for Love, but, Minnesota was set on getting what they got. What is happening right now, Cameron, with Bledsoe? What should he do? What should Phoenix do?
Devastating. I think Bledsoe needs to sacrifice a little bit and recognize the opportunity. Because if he stays with Phoenix, he could really be on a great team for a long time. I don't think he'll find a deal. I think he may have to go somewhere else, and it's unfortunate. But I would love to see Bledsoe on a team maybe like, I don't know, Oklahoma City, maybe Houston. I think Houston would be a perfect fit for Eric Bledsoe.
Would be a nice fit. Maybe your Celtics. Maybe they package a deal with Avery Bradley and Jeff Green.
That would be nice, but I think if they can find a way to get to Houston, Houston's got to be on the lookout because now you got that really, really big guy down low named Dwight Howard, and he's gonna prove to everyone again why he is one of the best players in this league. So,
So, there's a couple options for the team and for Bledsoe. One is he signs a qualifying offer, stays with the team, becomes unrestricted free agent next year, does what he wants. Two, he signs the deal with Phoenix, maybe a little less money. Or three, Phoenix tries to find a trading partner with him that hasn't been going well. Okay, now I want both your perspectives. From Phoenix, what would you do? And then from Bledsoe's point in his camp, what would you do?
if I'm Phoenix, I really try to kind of compromise and lower and increase kind of the pay a little bit. If I'm Bledsoe, I sacrifice. You want to be a champion, you're going to have to take less money sometimes. And you have a great opportunity here with a great medical staff, and you can extend your career. So, if I'm Bledsoe, I'm going to lay it all out on the line because I want a championship, and I'm going to take less money.
You don't sign the qualifying offer, stay 1 year, and then decide where you want to go next summer?
No, because that's probably the best. I think that's a really good. You know what? I agree. That's good. He should do that. He really should.
And he'd have to play a really good year this year to decide what his market value is going to be next summer. Because that was the whole thing this summer was how much was he worth? He started 43 games, a little over half the season, had some good numbers, about 18 points a game, but they disagreed on how much he was worth per year and overall. That's interesting for him. Yeah, finding a sign and trade partner for him hasn't been easy, but they haven't started looking since recently. If I'm Bledsoe, I sign that qualifying offer. Maybe get like $5 or $6 million this year, and then decide my fate next year.
That's a good point too. I mean, that would be the best choice, the best option for both sides.
Yeah, because Phoenix will have some cap space next summer to be free agent players. Still, if they decide if they want to go for Rondo or LaMarcus or whoever's available next summer.
Agreed. I can't think of any more NBA stories. We pretty much talked about them all.
Well, here's a little funny one. J.R. Smith said he wants to be a leader this season.
Okay, well, don't say it. Just prove that your actions are good, okay? Actions speak louder than words, JR. Let's see if your actions will be good this time. And wait, did you hear when he said that he wants the Knicks shooting guards to put their egos aside?
Oh.
Wait, I thought you need to put your ego aside too. JR. Also another good story, Brook Lopez. He's going down in the oh my god, what was I gonna say? He's going down in weight, how about that? He lost 15 pounds. So Brook Lopez slimming down just like everybody else. LeBron, Carmelo, and now Brook Lopez.
That's good. With the Knicks, it's going to be an interesting year for them. Melo said he feels like he's going to his rookie season. Like he was just drafted because he just signed this new contract, and he's got a couple new faces in New York. Well, Melo, I hope it doesn't feel like you just got drafted and your team's going to be horrible this year. I'm not saying that, I just hope it doesn't happen because he says they can contend for a playoff spot, but they'll be interesting to watch. They'll have some games that they're going to lose against bad teams, and they'll have some games that they're going to win against, really solid teams.
They're going to be a roller coaster.
It's going to be a real roller coaster for them. And then Brooklyn, we talked about Brook Lopez. Brooklyn should be okay. maybe contend for an 8th or 7th seed. I really think they can. With Lopez, they still have Darren Williams, they still have Joe Johnson.
I don't know if the Nets make the playoffs.
But you agree they can contend for a spot?
It's
not out of the question. Like,
yeah.
Say it is for like Philadelphia.
I don't think it's out of the question, but the Knicks won't make it, and the East has gone so. The East has improved so much. Look at a team like Atlanta. Look at a team like Charlotte. Let's look at. I don't know. Maybe even no. I was gonna say the Celtics, but that would be kind of ridiculous. How about? I mean, we know Cleveland, we know Chicago, Toronto, Washington. You got so many teams that can just overwhelm the other teams trying to get in to the big dance. I think it's going to be hard for anyone. I mean, you look at a team like maybe Detroit, Miami, maybe even Orlando could shock a few people.
Yeah.
Do you think Orlando will make it?
I don't think they will, but they're a team that can definitely they'll play till the buzzer every game. They're not gonna give up many games. You know, Elfrid Payton, Victor Oladipo. They have some projects with Payton and then Aaron Gordon. They're a little shy on talent, but they should still be good. The East is. There's always teams that are going to be mediocre, but are still somehow going to make it in. Then the West is just so much talent in the West. It's crazy how much talent they have.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I can't think of anything. I really can't. We've talked a lot about the NBA, and I really don't know what to say.
Me neither. It's.
I've been looking, and
NBA's been really quiet in the last 2 weeks. There's only been I'm on Bleacher Report, and there's only been a few stories every day. It's mainly been NFL and MLB for the last month.
When it hits September, we'll be talking a lot about. We will be talking a lot about the NBA. We really will, because training camp will be going on, and the NFL, of course. I just wanted to say this real quick. I did make a fantasy football team, but I went on auto draft.
Oh no!
Yes, I totally forgot about it, but I have a really good team. I have Tony Romo as my quarterback. Got Keenan Allen as my receiver. Got
that's good.
Vincent Jackson, Cordero Patterson, Eddie Lacy, DeMarco Murray, Jordan Cameron, Joique Bell, Golden Tate, Money Manziel, and
Oh no!
I picked up Josh Gordon to see. I'm waiting to see if he's going to get suspended.
No, Cameron.
No. If he doesn't get suspended, I'll be the luckiest person on earth. But we'll see about that.
But isn't he inevitably going to get suspended? Just how many games?
Yeah, but I'm going to keep him on the bench and then wait until he can play.
So you'll wait the first 8 weeks.
Yes.
On your team.
Yes, he's going to push me into the playoffs. On my bench, my other receiver, Brandon LaFell out of New England, a great receiver.
Okay, that's a good pickup. I also have a fantasy team. It's not your running backs are much better. Let's see. I have Nick Foles, Andre Ellington, Rashad Jennings, Calvin Johnson,
Ooh.
AJ Green,
Oh.
Rob Gronkowski,
Oh my God.
Eric Decker,
Wow.
the Bills defense, Shane Graham, the kicker for the Saints, D'Angelo Williams, Greg Jennings, Sean Green, Mike Evans. I picked up Carson Palmer, and then I traded for Michael Floyd and Terrence Williams.
That's really good. I made a big trade. I'm hoping this goes through. I want to trade Golden Tate for Tom Brady.
Wait, you want?
I want Tom Brady every single year I play fantasy. I always get Tom Brady. It's just a tradition, okay? He's my favorite player. I have to get him by all costs. So, even if I lose, I still want Tom Brady on my team. If I don't get him, it's fine because I still have that bad man named Tony Romo, who's just a star. And Tony Romo's going to put on a show this year. He's going to score 50 points, and the Cowboys are going to give up 60. So.
That's so true. The Cowboys' defense is bad. It's very bad.
Do you have any shout-outs or anything before we head on out?
No shout-outs. Just, no shout-outs for me. Didn't you want to challenge someone to a rap battle, Cameron?
Oh, yeah. Jared Gonzalez. He's a good friend of mine, and he was rapping about me and called me lazy, so I just had to call him out on Snapchat, and then I rapped about him on there. So we'll try to see if we can get it going, and we'll see if we can do it. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. But
I actually want to shout you out, Cameron, for refusing to do the ice bucket challenge.
I did the ice bucket challenge. I just didn't put ice over my head this time.
After being nominated.
I don't want to waste water or ice. No, okay, I was peer pressure by my sister because she said, if you put water over your head, you're wasting water. And in California, we have such a big issue with, droughts and everything. And so I just decided, you know what? I'm going to follow what my sister said, and I'm just going to take video of money. And then that would be good. But you did like 3 challenges in 3 days.
You should do it today to get it over with just once.
I'll just pour. You know what? I'll do a Gatorade shower. How about that?
What?
Why not? Let's change it up a little bit. Let's put Gatorade instead of water this time.
I don't think so, buddy.
Alright, well, I got nothing else. So that's it for In the Paint. We talked everything about the NBA, Team USA, and make sure you tune in to FIBA World Championships. August 30th is the first game. We will see you next time here on In the Paint. Thanks, everybody.